Mark should be coming by real quick.
Okay, no worries. I don't know what's going on with Discord last time. I wasn't able to join the stage. I don't know why. I had to ask for permissions.
Yeah, I accepted your uh, speaking request. I don't know, it's a glitch.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey guys, nice to see you here. Hey Basit. Hey Nemo.
Hey,
How's everything?
hey Mercy.
I see Mark here. I try to accept you. Okay.
Hey, thanks, guys. Usually it'll let me up directly, but for some reason I had to raise my hand.
I had the same issue. I don't know why.
Yeah, Discord's so wonky sometimes. Just like the event calendar, it's like the only event calendar that doesn't respect daylight savings, so it's kind of strange. So sorry about all that confusion, you guys. On the we did have 2 days ago the daylight savings time change in the U.S., and so that kind of threw off all of our calendars. And so, yeah, it is now 8 a.m. Pacific. And so that is going to be our, continue to be our regular time. And so the UTC time did get adjusted 1 hour forward. Same thing with render with me. It's 1 hour later in the day now because of the UTC change, but it's actually the same exact time in Pacific time.
Yeah, I believe it will be 2 p.m. UTC time.
Yep. I believe inside of the Discord announcements, I put the both times in the last announcement. Let me see here. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
essentially.
We will add a time tag for everyone to be able to join.
Yeah. So right now it is 4 p.m. UTC. So tomorrow it will be 3 p.m. UTC is the render with me.
Are you sure? So 1 hour later for me, for people from Europe, I believe it was 2 p.m., but maybe it was my bad because it will be 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it moves forward 1 hour to adjust for the US time because it was already 7 a.m. And now it's going to be 6 a.m. And so Josh and others that they'll be on that call. 6 a.m. is pretty early, so we'll try to keep that at 7 a.m.
Okay, sure, that's fine. Of course, we can reschedule it, no problem. Hey, I believe we can start. So many users here. Do not forget to write down our secret phrase. We'll provide you with that in the meantime. But for now, I believe we can start. I just accept Alejandro because he asked to join the stage. And we can start. Oh, hello, Alejandro.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
So what's new, everybody? So we did have the start of the new leaderboard season. I can share my screen and show off a couple things. Did you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Great. I'm going to make sure I'm sharing in the not in the 60 frames per second. It defaults to. 1 second. Change stream quality. Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, so as you see here, in leaderboard season 4, we have a link back to season 3 snapshot. Season 3 snapshot has been taken. We have 2 weeks before the actual airdrop, and to get your airdrop, you simply you log into app.sogni.ai around November 17th, and yeah, so we'll continue to audit that, make sure that there's no like credit card transactions that revert, and that we finished cleaning out any of these account spammers. As you guys know, we've banned about 1,700 accounts off the leaderboards that were just spamming accounts. So the rules, just to clarify on that, it's always been the same in our terms of service, but you can't create bulk artist accounts and farm daily boost, and that is what those accounts were banned for. And so we have a number of ways of detecting these bulk created accounts. Workers, there are some workers for legacy reasons that do have multiple accounts, but so long as that they are workers and those accounts were created during testnet, they're fine as they are. We do recommend everyone just migrate to a single account, even if you're workers, because it'll be a lot more cleaner on the leaderboards, and it's actually more beneficial for you as a worker because the workers, they get their leaderboard multiplier based on the position on the rank on the leaderboards. And so if you're number one and you get a 2.5x multiplier on your airdrop, and you only have one of your machines there, then only one of your machines is getting that multiplier. But if they're grouped together, they all get the multiplier. So in general, it's better, especially for relaxed workers, to do that. And but on the fast workers, it doesn't make that much of a difference because it's by NFTs, and so your each worker is just on its own record, anyways. But yeah, we had a huge turnout in leaderboard season 3. Lots of record-breaking numbers. Grizzlybex, a great job. You went crazy on on several leaderboards. Um, and so in season 4, if I go back to season 4 here, we did make a couple of noteworthy changes to the leaderboard just to help give everyone an even chance at a large airdrop. So we now have this Sogni token column on the artist leaderboard, and so the earnings are actually fixed for this 6-week leaderboard, and it'll be this way going forward, barring any additional tweaks. But basically, you can see from day one how much you would earn at this spot. So if this leaderboard completed today, these are basically the earnings that each slot would get. But because the leaderboard is still active for 6 weeks, it's like musical chairs. Who's going to end up on top? And you already know how much you're going to earn at these different spots. So you can more easily figure out if you want to, buy premium Spark or put more workers on and do more renders based on, how much you could potentially earn there. Someone said that they can't hear anything. That's often a Discord issue where you just have to log out and back in.
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Yeah. So I think Alejandro pinged about that. So yeah, so there's that. So there's a couple other important changes to season 4. And so in season 4, I can just recap here with the announcement. Do you guys see my Discord?
No, I can still see the leaderboard.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things where it shared the screen. Let me switch the share to be the full window. Change share screen. Change stream. Entire screen. All right, here we go. You guys see my Discord now?
Yes, the announcements channel.
Yes, sir.
Great. So here are the 7 changes in the new leaderboard. Just to recap, and anyone can ask any questions. Staking is now calculated by the second. And so this means that you accumulate points for every second staked, no longer just for the number of future 7-day epochs. So that just means that you'll just earn more points, and it's no longer based on, like, if you staked on Tuesday, you previously wouldn't get staking points until that Monday because it's always based on future epochs. But now it's just based in real time, so it should be a lot more simpler. And also, we got rid of the single week staking just to simplify things. There's now just one staking button, and you stake for the remaining duration of the leaderboard season. So right now that means up until December 15. There was a bug in the UI yesterday where it was actually saying after you staked that it was like January was the unlock, but that was just a front end bug that was resolved. It's December 15. UTC midnight is the unstake time. The other change is that the artist leaderboard earnings, like I just showed you, are moving to a fixed reward per rank. So the nice thing about that is if you do the math on the leaderboard, as you scroll down here, the rewards are actually a lot bigger as you go down. So less users that rank are more getting more meaningful airdrops. And then switching gears back to Discord, Premium Spark reward, it has moved to a 10x multiplier, just like Sogni token. And so it used to be 7x. And but when you switch Sogni token to Spark token, the bonus amount of Spark that you get is now 10% instead of 20%. So in the end, it's simpler because you know that you get 10% more tokens and you get 10x more or 10% more leaderboard points. And then number 4, relaxed worker claimings. The minimum earnings threshold has gone up to 1,000, which is I think roughly, was it $5 worth of US worth of tokens. And then the base network fees is 30%. That is just to reduce the farming attempts. Also, relaxed workers will now be required to share at least one popular model. So the popular base models are Sogni XL and Sogni Artist. We did add 2 more models to that mix, Zavi Chroma 8 and what was it? It was Albedo Base XL, the latest one, just because those are very popular models as well. And so it'll actually tell you if you try to connect as a relaxed worker and you don't have one of those 4 models, that you need to have at least one popular model, and it'll give you the list of popular models. And so this change is to help combat rampant farming on the relaxed network of just hosting one super obscure 6-bit model and just funneling all of your jobs to that. That was happening a lot. We banned about 40 relaxed workers for that last season. But it's better to update the system to prevent things than to constantly have to ban users. 5, each Sogni account can now run manual or automatic earning claims once every 24 hours. Previously, it was up to 3 times a day. So that just tightens up the funnel where the same tokens can't be reused, upwards of 3 times a day. When there's like one artist and one worker account that are just like the same account. Worker targeting feature is now enabled on the Relax network. Targeting your own workers using the Premium Spark and Sogni token feature is not against the rules. So, feel free to use that. But just know that that the use of the targeting feature has been nerfed a bit, where you only earn 1 point as an artist now instead of the full 7 or 10 points. And so that's just to combat, a handful of workers getting, or artists and workers getting too far ahead of everyone else. And so even if you use that feature a lot, someone still has the opportunity of not using that feature and still being able to rank very high. So it's all about making things more and more fair and accessible for regular artist users. And number 7, use of the Sogni API and SDK against free daily boosts will be restricted to Sogni Excel or Sogni Artist as well. This is another one to avoid farming and botting of free credits. We have a lot of attempts of just creating bulk accounts to pipe all of the free credits to one account, and so we've been doing a lot of work on trying to keep the airdrop contest as fair as possible, as you guys saw with that 1,700 account ban. And so, yeah, those are just our attempts at just continuing to make things more and more fair. So best of luck in season 4. This is the season that Sogni Video is coming out. It's not a day one feature. We're still wrapping up some core development on it, but it's getting close. And we're looking forward to that coming out this season. So stay tuned for more info on that. And speaking of video, I did want to show a couple of quick things. Like the space continues to evolve like crazy. And like if I show you the latest WAN 2.2 update, it's pretty amazing. It's, let me see here. Going to here. So if I switch gears back to the browser tab, so something called WAN ATI was just released, and basically it's a motion control net for video. And so what's really cool about this, and we'll most certainly be adding this, is that it allows you to actually determine which how motion evolves over your 5 or 10-second video. And so if I show you another screenshot here or another UI, so this is another example of what people are doing. People are messing around with architecture a lot with it. But what's cool is that the motion actually looks like this. Let me pull up the here. So WAN 2.2 ATI. So the motion actually looks like this once it loads the page. So I'm trying a different link since that one won't work. ATI. Well, I downloaded the thing, so I'll just share it on my local screen if I can find it. Well, I'm having trouble finding the link to it, but basically, you can actually pick different, just like a control net. You can actually using lines chart out in red and green, like where things are moving, and I can share that when I find the link. The link kind of just escapes me right now, but it's a super exciting feature. Like people are going nuts with it.
They have a bunch of stuff in the GitHub repo that you can see drawing the lines and stuff.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I shared some links internally, but I just can't find them offhand. I don't see it here. Can someone share a link?
I just shared it in the chat to the GitHub page.
Cool. All right, thank you. Let me go back to chat. How do I get back? There we go. Thank you. For some reason, it wasn't coming up. But yeah, here's the super sweet way that the ATI motion transfer tool works. You can also pull motion from other videos. Here we goes. So here, see, you can actually plan out the direction of every fish here, for example, or like you can say how the person's head is going to change. So the red is the start of the time, and then the more green it gets is the later in time. And so then it can translate that motion. And you can see these green dots are basically telling it not to move the body, just to move the head. And here you can see that someone made the motion control so that it's a zoom out and it's a perspective shot. And so that translates to this kind of zoom effect. And you can get very, the level of control that you can get with this is pretty nuts. And you don't have to actually develop these motion control nets from scratch. You can actually pull them from other videos. You can even pull it from your own webcam. So super sweet. Like this is an example of taking a drone shot, taking the motion from that drone shot, providing a new first frame, and then actually applying that motion exactly to the new generated, say aerial drone shot using the original motion and only the motion from the first shot. So super cool stuff. And this is all WAN 2.2, all open source. So look forward to playing with that soon. But yeah, that's just a quick, exciting demo of some new evolution in space. All right, I'm gonna hand it off to anybody else that wants to share.
I'll
any
take
questions?
over for a bit. Or if people have questions, they can ask some questions first. I guess if you have questions, just shout out and I'll just start. Wanted to kind of talk about the new things we're doing with contests. We're doing some really cool changes that I'm excited about for our weekly contests and our render with me. We already have the new contest that's live that's going to be doing some basically taking any logo and turning it into kind of a fall theme like I teased in Discord last night my time. And then tomorrow during rendering with me, I will be kind of showing how I did that and showing a couple different ways of doing some cool stuff using control nets and context for logos. And then I just want to kind of explain a little bit how we're going to do, one second, the rewards for them. So we're going to be giving out, we're going to do rewards a little bit differently. Now we're going to have like a top 3 kind of the best like contest winners, and they're going to win Premium Spark as well as Sogni tokens. I think Natalie shared the Twitter link to our announcement, which has the specific amounts. But basically, yeah, top 3 win both Premium Spark and Sogni tokens, and then places 4th through 10th place also just get some Premium Spark as well. And that'll go on for the first 3 weeks of the month. Those prizes will be the same. And then what's going to happen is for the 4th week of the month, the rewards are going to be doubled because we're going to have kind of a more challenging and bigger contest. And we'll do this every month where it's like the first 3 weeks are going to be pretty cool challenges with, the same rewards as this week's. And then the final week will always be something bigger. I'm not going to say exactly what those contests are going to be quite yet, but they're going to be really cool. Then the other really cool thing that we're going to do as part of this is then we're going to have a creator of the month. And this will be somebody who has participated in all 4 weeks of the challenges and, just kind of like reward that. And that person is going to get a special Discord badge and a pretty big prize pool as well, which we will also be announcing. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I'm excited about it. Feel free to drop any questions either in the chat, or if somebody wants to jump in and raise their hands, we can do that. I see we have a request. Let me see. Oh, no requests right now. Okay, cool. Any questions in the chat around that stuff?
Hey, Josh. Yes, we have one question from Frosty Fire. I believe this one is for Mavis because it's about the Sogni token price and premium sparks. Hey, Mo, are you with us? Can you see it?
Yes, I'm here. Although I can't see the question. Let me.
I just pinned it go, so you should be very forward it.
Right, 1 second here. Let me go to the channel.
Okay, now?
Hold on, I popped my screen out and it's taking over the whole thing. So 1 second.
I have a question about and if people buy Spark, which is leaderboard and get a reward, then the reward won't is token price. Is it actual only how big and price?
Mavis, can you mute when you're not talking? Yeah, we're getting some crazy
Mark,
echo.
yeah, can you take that? I'm gonna mute.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out with the echo. Could you repeat that?
It's because of Mavis mic, I believe. Yes. Did you hear
Yeah.
anything, or should we repeat? Or
Something
maybe
about purchasing Spark?
Yeah, we have a question regarding the Sparks and Sogni token price. So if people buy Spark to climb Artist leaderboard and get Sogni as a reward, then sell the reward, won't that hurt the Sogni token price? Is it the sell pressure only? How buying Spark can support Sogni price?
Yeah, so the way that Mavis, if you want to take it, otherwise I'll take it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. When you purchase Sparks, premium Sparks, via in-app purchases on the Apple devices or with Stripe using the web, you're paying cash to the Sogni bank account, and when that eventually clears, we actually market by Sogni and pay the GPU workers. So the whole reason Premium Spark exists is that all the Web 2 users in the world, which is much bigger than Web 3, if they were to buy Sogni token, the price can go up or down, through time, and they get either more or less renders than they expect. For people that are interested in the cheap, fast, powerful DPIN network with privacy and everything, they're just interested in buying $10 worth of renders and getting $10. And so that's why when you purchase with Stripe or in-app purchases, in-app on Apple is actually a little bit more expensive because they charge a fee to us. Stripe is much smaller, but when that money hits our bank account, sometimes it takes weeks to clear, but we pay the GPU workers in the Sogni token via the market rate. So GPU owners get consistent income. So for RTX 4090, that can be up to $300+ a month, no matter what the price of Sogni is, because we're paying them per GPU render that's marked at about half a penny per render, right, for the average render and stuff. I hope I answered the question there, but people who do earn, especially in some of the rewards that Josh is talking about in getting paid in Sogni, our liquidity is pretty thick, and we're only adding more liquidity over time, especially as we increase our Etherlink liquidity. So I don't think that it's going to be hurting the price very much.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want people to hold, as well instead of selling. And as we unlock future DAO stuff with voting, it's only going to become more and more reasons for you to hold the token.
Yep, and Kanu 400 asked Market Buy, I thought y'all unlock tokens for the rewards. We do. We have a 5-year token emission schedule built into our smart contracts if you check the white paper, and that is how we're able to offer 10 million tokens every season. But we do, because we are a long-term, professionally run organization, we do have market makers that help ensure that the liquidity pools on all our exchange supported exchanges are doing well, and that we have some cushion for market movements and whatnot. And part of that is, buying back sell pressure with our treasury, and with the earnings from Stripe and in-app Apple Pay. And so, yeah, there's a lot of tokenomics at play to keep ensuring that everyone's investment in the tokens, though they are a utility token, and they're strictly utility token from the purview of us being a DePIN app platform for video and image gen. But we've got those smart things that you think we would have in place to ensure that people, that it still stays what's the word I'm looking for, Mom? It's like stable. Yeah, stable.
Yeah, stable and legally compliant.
Yeah, stable and compliant.
Yeah, so there's actually a couple. I know that we only have like about 10 minutes left. There's a couple things that I would love to talk about. The first is, Sogni Video, the great work there continues. We are also working on launching 2 more Sogni super apps, which is pretty exciting. And then if I can share my screen, we also release a community node for N8N, and I would love to demo that for you, as well as a couple other things. So let me share my screen. I'm gonna make selection, changes from gaming to screen share, make selection, and share this window. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So the first thing is for those that don't know, N8N is this incredible open source software that allows you to automate anything to anything. When you get a WhatsApp message, you wanted to post a picture to Discord, you want to scrape Excel sheets and do different things. We developed this community node. It's actually just a plugin for N8N. And what's nice is it's already got over 1,300 weekly downloads. People love N8N, and now they can do cool image gen stuff. I'll do a live demonstration here. I have N8N working on an instance that we deployed here, and I'll show you how easy it is to use Sogni there. I can just go to file. Sorry, I can go to here to import JSON, import from file, and I'm going to say, schedule daily images. So you can see the whole workflow already got set up for you. And if I double click these, you can see the red. It just means you don't have Sogni credentials. Just by clicking it, I've already added my credentials, but if you don't have it, you just do new credential, username and password. And now you can see that when I hit execute workflow, it's going to email me, right? It does this workflow at 9 a.m. every day, prepares the data, checks, do I have enough tokens? If not, it sends an email that you ran out of tokens. If you have tokens, it's going to go here and generate a daily image. And if I go to my email client, you can see that it generated an image, which is pretty cool. And this has full ControlNet support, including the face stuff that we do for photo booth. So imagine you can have a picture of yourself and turn yourself into a knight or a random character every day, or all kinds of cool stuff. I'm interested to see how people do different cool stuff with this. And the other cool thing I want to talk about is in the Tattoo app, we have more features for draw. The reason that we use the Tattoo app is it's just a cool playground to show off new stuff. So if I go to draw here and I go to upload a picture, let me go and find an example I think I have in my downloads. This is just a random picture. You can now place the picture, and then we actually have a form of preprocessor that'll convert it to a format that is good for control nets. And you can see that you have access to all these control nets here. So I'm going to say, hey girl, sleeping, right, or something, And so you're able to apply that control net preprocessor to the image and stuff. All this code is open source, so you can apply it to your own cool imagery and stuff like that. And so it's pretty cool what you're able to do with Sogni. We're writing plugins to support everything, everywhere, and do cool stuff like that. So yeah, those are the cool things. And then we do have two Sogni SuperNet apps coming. I can't give you a lot of information about them, but one of them is called Sogni Vibe. So that's what I'll end with. Anybody else got any updates? Any questions? And thank you guys for sticking around, by the way. Everybody wait for the secret word to get, some extra bonuses.
Okay, guys, so secret phrase. Okay, guys, so secret phrase for this office hour is digital dreams. I'm repeating, it's a digital dream. Do not write it in a chat. Just open a ticket and tag me and Natalie. Okay, guys.
Cool. I think Mark wants to show one last thing here.
Let's let Callistus ask his question. He was already.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Callistus. You had a question you wanted to ask?
Okay, yes. I have a question to ask. The question is that he said the same cost to create an image, same with the same cost of creating a video. Do you hear me clearly? I said, does it cost the same amount of Sogni or Spark to create an image and the same to creating a video?
No, the answer is it's gonna cost a lot more. Images are so cheap. Videos, we do want to be competitive, but if you think about it, every video is essentially 30 images per second. So if you're doing a 5 or 15-second video, that's 90 images essentially that you're generating. So you can do the math there. It might be a little bit cheaper, might be a little bit more expensive depending on the properties that you want on the image, on the video. And then we'll be the only ones that allow you to do them in bulk too. All the ChatGPTs and the Midjourneys of the world, they'll give you, one image, one video at a time. As far as I know, most of them, we're going to give you more.
It's a good question that actually alludes to how Sogni token and Spark points work. So when you pay in Sogni,
I have another question. One last question. Can you repeat the distance?
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm not sure. So when you pay with Sogni token, it gets converted to Spark points when you actually pay. Because Spark points are actually units of GPU time. And so the units of GPU time start with basically how much time it takes to do one basic 20-step SDXL render, and that's one Spark, and then it scales up for there. So then when you apply that to video, it's going to generally take around 1 minute per second of video is a good ballpark to look at it. So that's 1 minute of GPU time. And so the amount of tokens that workers earn, we're designing it to be fairly linear, where it doesn't matter what model you're using, what video or image, you still get paid. If your worker is working 24/7, it gets paid generally around the same amount because the price per render second remains the same. And so there may be a bit of a discount on video because they're such long processes, but in general, it works like that, where it's the amount of Spark points that something costs scales up with the amount of time. And there was another question? I can ask. Someone asked about the ability to choose if they're paying with Premium Spark or regular Spark. And so we did introduce, if you go to the web app, you can actually click on your wallet and then click on this little eye icon, and then you'll see actually how much Premium Spark you have left. But the way that the premium Spark system is designed, it's not really. It basically it makes the status of your account boosted until you run out of premium Spark. But you don't get a choice. The premium Spark is spent first, even if you're not using premium models. And the reason for that is that you actually get a host of other benefits while you're using Premium Spark. So, of course, it gets you access to Flux Context and Flux Korea, but it also gives you queue priority and the speed of maximum parallel batches. Your jobs go first, and you don't have the usage-based limits that Free Spark has. You also get 10x leaderboard points, up from 7x for every Spark spent, even if it's not on a premium model. You also get full control to target specific workers. And so you actually, and then you actually support the workers who earn leaderboard points only when Premium Spark and Sogni are spent. And so, those are all the benefits that kick in, no matter what kind of job you're doing with your Premium Spark, and that's why Premium Spark goes first. But as a reminder, you can always check how much Premium Spark you have left by clicking this button. And the other thing that I wanted to show real quick is that, Photo Booth is always getting some interesting updates. And so we do have one new one to show off. One is, if you haven't seen it, we do have a new design here. And when you actually select a new style, there's actually this side-loaded style explorer, often called Vibe Explorer. And, we've got the award winners for Halloween contest integrated. So we have our first UGC templates now available in Photo Booth, which is really cool. But there's one other cool feature is, like, if you actually click into the full screen Vibe Explorer, and then if you click on one of the full screen options of an individual style, there is now a community gallery that you can actually submit to. And the community gallery, it basically shares your seed. So these are just my tests here. But basically, whenever you do a render and then a share, like if I actually go to the main menu here, and then I click continue, and then let me use this guy actually, and then I'll go ahead and imagine. And by the way, Photo Booth is always a great option if you're looking to spend your daily boost credits or regular Spark and compete on the leaderboard. It also uses Premium Spark. It also has the daily boost integrated in there. And so say I've got Bride of Frankenstein here, and I like this design. If I actually click on this guy and then I click share, there's a new option to submit to the gallery. And so when I click on that, it actually says, are you sure you want to submit this to the public gallery? Your image will be reviewed by moderators before appearing in the gallery. If approved, other users will see it as an example when browsing the style. So I'll go ahead and hit submit. And so, and then when I go back to Photo Booth and I click on this style, you can see some of the submissions, my test submissions that I've approved here. But there's something really interesting going on here, is that we actually share the seed that an image is generated with. And so, say for example, this image, it has these white candles in the background, and then if I go to the next one, you'll see that the actual environment and stuff stays the same between images. And that's because it's using the same seed. And so what we have here is not only sharing the prompt, but sharing and reusing the seed. So if I like any of these compositions, I can actually hit use this style, and then it'll actually reuse the same composition. It's only to a degree. You have to actually shrink your face to be relatively the same as the original photo for it to reuse it. But what a seed does is it basically creates a noise and luminosity map. And basically, when you use the same seed, you're telling it you want that same noise and luminosity map. So you tend to get the same thing. Same thing for here, for example, where I've got two different images. And I actually zoomed in on the second one before I submitted the picture. But you can see that it kept the crown as this interesting crown style because I'm using the same seed. And so that's just another interesting feature of just integrating more of user participation and submissions into the platform, with Photo Booth being the first, and being able to kind of more remix other people's creations. So pretty cool feature. Feel free to submit your work, and then you'll see it in here with credit to your username. So pretty cool. And yeah, that's mainly the last thing that I wanted to show today. Any questions?
I see Johnson 31 wants to speak. Me. I sent you an invite. Johnson 31.
GM, I appreciate what you are teaching, and I think this is my first time of joining the space today. Since I joined Sogni, so I love the app. I love the features in the app, but I was asking a question recently that I wanted to know why there is not a feature in the app where you can actually add some other pictures and they merge it in the app. Like I've seen some other app, some other AI that you can use to generate pictures, images, but you can actually add your own, like put your own image in there, and you can give it a command to do something inside the image you've added.
You can actually use that in 3 different ways on the platform. I would go to docs.sogni.ai to learn more, but essentially we have guide image, we have control nets, and as someone said in the audience, there's flux context. When you switch to that model, you have extra places where you can add up to 2 images to do stuff with. So that 3 different ways you can do what you're asking.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually,
no worries.
check out the YouTube channel as well. That's actually the most user-friendly version of figuring out the advanced features. But there's a bunch of them on this control net feature, guide image feature, and flux context. All of those will do some form of what you're looking for to do there.
And then Kiki Olokolone Wump, long name, said a bunch of users got banned for the last leaderboards, and when will they be able to claim their legitimate funds on the blocked account? It is a case by case, so just open up a support ticket. And then Hima says, are there more vibe coding sessions coming up? I love that question, and I love vibe coding. I vibe coded all weekend, and I would love to just do like a 1 or 2 hour session vibe coding with you guys. Let me talk to the mods and see if we can make it happen. All right, with that, I think we hit the past the 45-minute mark here, and it was a good session, and we'll see you guys in chat.